Derek Sheridan from Rust Belt Basketball Coaches Network and Basketball Nexus website. Thank you so much, Basketball Nexus members, for joining us this evening for Coach Lenny Krebs, episode 45 of our four-quarter coaches clinic. Coach Krebs is one of those really unique coaches who found a way to transfer his talents from being an over-the-top great collegiate basketball player at both the JC level and also at Grace College in Indiana, which I believe is Grace University now. And Coach had All-American honors at both of those institutions, and also your free throw shooting in college.
I was third in the nation my freshman year, first in the nation my sophomore year.
22 years, going into his 23rd year as a head coach, and Coach has coached at every school-based level in the game, 6th grade, 7th grade, all the way up, and he's had some fantastic experiences as an assistant coach. He was at Goshen for 14 years, and now he's hit the mecca of high school basketball in the entire Midwest, if not the country, in Warsaw high school basketball, which is one of those jobs every young person in the state of Indiana who wants to coach, they dream of someday having that Warsaw job. It's one of those surreal coaching positions and a surreal community right on a lake. It's just a beautiful community and with extremely high expectations, and the facilities are second to none, probably nationally, for best high school facilities for your student athletes. So
It was one, being able to play at Fairfield High School. Fairfield was one of those small 1A schools when I was growing up. I think I graduated with like 72 kids. That the community on Friday night, Saturday night, there was only one thing that they were going to do. They were going to go to the boys' basketball game. So I was very blessed high school-wise to play in front of a community that really loved its basketball. And I'm sure there were a lot of people who wondered, where is this guy going, when I went to Illinois Valley Community College. So I spent 2 years at Illinois Valley Community College before coming to Grace College. I can only pray that I can give younger coaches half the help that I was given as a coach coming through. There's so many people that impact our lives, from Dan Gunn to Steve Neff. While I was there, the assistant coaches there, to John Yeager, all those coaches. That's our job as a coach. And when I started to shift my thinking from reaching kids, and it's not a one-way relationship. I leave every single year a better person, a better husband, a better father, a better coach, because of what I learned early on is culture matters, but I learned a lot about culture in my time. I used to think culture was you slapped a logo on the back or a motto on the back of a shirt, and there's my culture. You hung some posters up, there's my culture. What I've learned is, and I think people would be surprised at how much we actually invest in the culture here. I'm going to start at the beginning of our journey, which is, for us, June and summer. We'll start our summer off by, we rent the facility and we pay per kid to be there. They feed us. We stay in dorms, and we offer this to incoming 7th, incoming 8th, and then freshman JV varsity. How is our community going to measure our success this year? When you were 26-2, when you were state runner-up, the community expectations are going to be pretty high. And this year, there were 3 components to that. And I think it's important to give those players buy-in. They need a voice. And so that drives our culture for the rest of the year. The other thing we do while we're there, there's nothing negative about that. I am just reminding you of who you said you wanted to be. A lot of biblical concepts here, and our motto that we use is a cord of 3 strands. The 3 strands have a dual meaning. We have 3 values that we talk about. Believe it or not, when you look at our numbers, last year we averaged 71.5 points per game, I think it was. I know that's offense. We do spend a lot of time on defense here. Keep it simple, stupid. The KISS philosophy. The older I get, the more I realize that's true. And the longer I've coached, the more I realize we just need to get really good at 1 or 2 things. And we are a primary We want you to feel pressure defensively, not just because we're up close and in your space, but we want you to feel pressure to figure out what we're in. I don't want to put our kids at a disadvantage just because I'm going to try to outcoach, overcomplicate this game when I feel like just do simple well. And we actually just recently hit Indiana Wesleyan down watching our tandem. We just need to get good at what we do. In the man part of this, we have push points. I don't know if you've ever heard that term before. So we have the toes of our feet always forming a straight line between two push points. One of the things we are exploring right now is the possibility of doing some, just as to offset some of because after playing in the state finals, we didn't really have the decision part of a closeout. For example, we sprint and set, and I say sprint and set for this reason. Some coaches teach, therefore our number becomes points per quarter. We feel that we have some kids that can score at a very high clip and are confident that a majority of the time you cannot keep pace with that. Is not something most teams practice. Think about the practices that most teams have. Because everything we do is based on our transition offense. Obviously, 71.5, I think, was our offensive average last year. I feel like with the shooters and the people we have and their ability to get downhill, that's a great offense for us to run. That's our signal that we hold for our last shot.
Answered all of the questions except for 2. So as we move into overtime here, we've only got 2 questions, which is a new league record. So question number 1, tell us about the type of man-to-man you play. Is it pack line, or are you out denying people? Are you up the line, on the line? What type of man-to-man do you play? Your last question in your defense, and again, this is a man-to-man defense question, how do you guard the low post?